Lyric Digital Magazine. Yeah, Max Romeo there with my pen. I'm ready for write. You don't know. Chase the devil out of earth. Run the track. Well now. Alright. Writing my story. Yeah, yeah. Lyric Digital put on a iron shirt. The biggest song in Europe right now is the biggest song in the history of reggae. I shouldn't be the one to say it, but I'm saying it. It's the biggest reggae song in the history of reggae. I don't even think Baba been a song as big as that. The song him put on an iron shirt and chase the devil out of earth. It's the anthem of Europe. The song was recorded in 1975. Released in 1976 by Island Records. And it's been a boom from that time right up until now. If you do your research and prove me to be a liar. Well now, alright. Writing my story. Yeah, yeah. Lyric Digital put on a iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. I toured the world with that song. Places that I didn't even know reggae exists. Croatia, Slovakia, Slovenia and these places. Yugoslavia, you know, and all these places. I didn't even realize that that song was so powerful. Well now, alright. Writing my story. Yeah, yeah. Lyric Digital put on a iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. What happened is that the album War in Babylon, the royalty is not forthcoming until this day. You know, I don't know what went down with Island Records, because the agreement was a co-agreement with me and Lee Perry. And after a while I realized Lee Perry was collecting money and I wasn't getting any, so I went in and said, look, separate the thing, you know, give me a separate agreement. In which they started doing that, but I didn't want to work with the company. So I asked out and got out. But they don't seem to pay. And it was released by Universal. That's the latest people to release it. So I was to take Universal, have a branch in France called Vivendi, big company, big mega European publishing company.
Okay.
They were the ones who represent, and I was to take them to court for that. Well, the French court threw it out, so it's under American court jurisdiction. I had to sue them in California. Just sued Universal in California. It's a waste of time and waste of money, so I just threw it out. I didn't bother with it. So until this day, I'm not being accounted for War in Babylon album. That brought forth the biggest record in the history of reggae, Chase the Devil. That's the whole irony of the whole music industry for reggae artists. There's nowhere for us to go when we have a problem like this. You know, I mean, I hear they talking about ministry of this, ministry of that in Jamaica, setting up this, setting up that. Nobody know what they're doing. They're a bunch of idiots. They don't know nothing about music business. The world is collecting, we are producing, the world collecting, and we're not getting nothing. Well now, alright. Writing my story. Yeah, yeah. Lyric Digital put on a iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. The European, they have different ear than Jamaicans. I mean, I don't know what we listen with, because it's songs that they really elevate here. And the artists who get the break here. I mean, on the international scene, I'm not trying to criticize them and putting myself above and say I'm greater than them. But they don't have nothing to sell on the international scene. Another thing again, they hype themselves here, they have one hit and become a superstar. They get a break to do a few pubs in England. They go over there and might do 3 or 4 pubs, and they come back and people go on TV with them like Winfred Williams and these guys telling you about these fantastic, big, successful tours that these guys do. Far from the truth. I'm doing 150,000, 50,000. When I do a show, I see 15,000. I figure that's a flop show across Europe and Brazil and these places. These guys work some pubs, 300 people, and they call it a big success. Well, now, alright, writing my story. Yeah, yeah. Lyric digital, put on a iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. Foreigners have different hearing than Jamaica because the songs that they have here and the artists that they elevate here, and they don't have nothing to sell on the international market. The songs that they produce and the lyrics that they produce, it's not international material. You see, I'm out there and I see it, and when I come here and hear a little, there are a few little ones who brewing out there coming, and they still have to be careful because it's a revolving door out there, and they'll ajar it a little for you, and if you're not producing, they're going to kick you out and lock it. You see what I mean? You have a few little ones that comes that where you can figure that they show potential. There are a few like Ibamar, Chronic, and maybe one or two more that have that appeal because they are original, and people listen to them. But it's not happening for a lot of them.